Weird! Byram has momentarily left us.
He's gone.
There's
There's one of those tower fans in this office, and it makes so much noise in the background. I didn't want you guys to have to deal with that.
That's good pod.
That's really good pod.
Yeah, my
Staying in
muffin's hot.
middle lower back area.
My middle lower back lunging while still strapped to my
Your
computer.
back.
Back.
What's up, fuckers?
Bean, I saw a picture on Twitter of you bringing the hammer down at IB Risk.
Oh, yes. I had a comedy performance last Saturday night, and it was called Laughter Risk, and so we were supposed to like bring your riskiest material, and I brought my least risky material and was not risky, but people laughed, so it was fun.
That's good.
The real risk of it was that I worked double Friday, a double Saturday, left work at like 10:30, borrowed my boss's car, left work at 10:30, went to the performance, performed, went home, went to bed, and then got up and worked brunch the next morning.
Damn.
I'm sorry. The real risk in this photo is that you are wearing white high-top Reebok Classics.
They're fucking Air Jordans, you idiot.
Oh, okay.
The
That makes all the difference.
flyest Air Jordans anyone has ever owned in the world. And
Those are pretty fly, but why are you wearing such a micro pea coat?
I always wear micro pea coats. You know, I always wear I'm always fat guy in a little coat. I love tiny jackets. I don't know what
Also,
it is. Makes me feel strong.
Did you get fucking takeout and eat it on stage? What's in that brown bag next to you in this photo?
Tampons, obviously. Tampons and sanitary napkins.
I'm
and
gonna
deodorant.
retweet this. So I'm gonna retweet this because my fans need to see this.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Yeah, that was my risk. I just brought up like a crumpled paper bag full of the products that I use every day, and I talked about them. I talked about the lavender deodorant that I use that makes me smell like I'm dying. I talked about the makeup that I buy. It's supposed to have blurring technology in it. Have you ever
So like taking you down from high def.
Yeah, basically, it's like what makes me look like I'm being interviewed after having been prosecuted for sex crimes. Yeah. What else did I talk about? Yep, just basically tampons. Did I told you guys about the routine that I did about the tampons with the inspirational quotes on them?
Yeah.
That's like the house, the rock on which I built my comedic church. And I went to the drugstore recently, and I tried to find them again because I wanted to like do the same performance, which obviously involves throwing them into the audience. And they don't make them anymore.
Oh no.
They take everything from me.
Oh no.
I know. I'm really upset.
Well, you can still use Bocce, those chocolates that have like a love quote in the middle.
It's so much better with tampons, though.
I wonder if you can get like a case on eBay or something.
Yeah, maybe. I could probably get some from like Singapore or China or something. Singapore and China?
So there is a blog called Behold My Brilliance.
Oh.
More inspirational tampons.
Mmm.
Go the extra mile. Keep your mind and body flexible. Strong bodies, strong minds. Challenge yourself. I know that's a favorite of yours.
Stretch yourself is my actual favorite.
Life is sport. Get in the game.
Focus, focus, focus. Did you see that one?
Go team.
Go confidently in the direction of your dreams is another one that I love.
Celebrate a bold attitude.
Yes. That's a really
You're
good
a
one.
take charge kind of girl. Hey, I feel like that leaves me out. I feel like I'm excluded.
It does. What about manpons? Men can use tampons too.
Persistence pays off.
Yep.
You know, contrary to popular belief, I'd make a pretty shitty woman because I don't do stuff that I'm supposed to. Like, I've had Invisalign for like 6 years because I just don't ever use it.
You think women always do? Is that what makes you a good woman?
No, but I'd be.
Invisalign?
You know that Instagram photo that got a lot of press a couple weeks ago with a girl who was napping and like she turned over in her bed and there was a big splotch of blood on her white sweatpants?
No.
And someone Instagrammed it, and Instagram took it down as being vulgar, and people argued it's natural, it shouldn't be seen as vulgar. I'd be that chick, but I'd be at like Chipotle ordering a fucking burrito with
Totally.
blood.
And I'd be like, I know it's there, but what do you want me to do? Go home first?
Yeah. I want a guacamole.
Yeah, exactly. I want my
Give me
guacamole.
the
I want it
guacamole.
now. I want my guacamole. I wonder if Instagram would have taken it down if it was poop.
Is poop a commonly photographed thing on Instagram?
I think so. I think they put up poop pictures all the time. Like if some dude had poop smeared all over his butt, would that be considered vulgar?
That's a great question.
You know? But just because it's blood from my uterus, that makes it vulgar? Come on, Instagram.
Let's test this out. You post a period picture, I'll post a shit picture. I had bolognese for dinner last night.
Okay.
Does bolognese make you guys as farty as it makes me?
I don't really track what.
Me either.
Oh, you know what makes me super farty? Bolognese, and also if I eat chicken on the bone. Holy shit. I don't know what it is about chicken on the bone. I am farting up a fucking trumpet storm.
You're probably just swallowing a lot of air. I think that's probably it.
No, I used to think it was attributed to all my soda drinking, but I don't drink soda anymore. That's how I fucking look so young. Do you guys believe I'm 48 today?
Not at all.
Look at this font.
Don't believe it.
Look at this punum.
Your mole doesn't look a day over 23.
No, my mole is causing some concern because it's been itchy lately.
No, I think it's good if it's itchy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say that, or maybe it's bad. I don't know. Is it a uniform shape? Is it?
Yeah, I've had it my whole life.
I know, and I have never noticed a change at all. I think the.
You know, sometimes I forget I have it though. I'll see it in a photo. I'm like, I forgot I had that.
I have this one over here on my cheek too. That's like a witch mole. I didn't even know I had it until like 5 years ago. I realized I had it, and I got really, really irrationally angry at like all of my friends and family for not telling me that it was there. It's gross, and hair grows out of it.
Hair doesn't grow out of this one. But when I shave, I have to shave around it. And I always nick it. And if you nick a fucking mole, you've dealt this before, right? You have any moles on your face?
I don't think so.
They never stop bleeding.
Remember.
They bleed for like 3 days straight.
I also don't. I haven't shaved with a razor in like I don't even know how long. Like I just occasionally run the clippers over my face and be done with it. I'm like never clean shaven.
You just saw the hair off your face while you're at your desk.
Yeah, I have like a rough-hewn plank that I run against my face, and sometimes I get deep splinters, and sometimes the hair gets torn off.
Rough-hewn plank is such like a hipster kid name. Your next kitchen, rough-hewn plank.
I love it. Yeah, that is a great hipster kid name.
Totally. Leah, go give you rough hewn a bottle.
Leah's like, nah, just mowing my lawn at 3 in the morning.
So right after I took that picture, for the listeners at home, we were in our pregame text thread in which we just talk shit and basically don't do anything. I sent these guys a picture of Leah. Like she has this little walker that with like little wheels on. It's like an old people's walker, but she uses it to like kind of take steps. And I was taking a picture of her to send to these guys and to Amy, and of course, right after I take the picture of it, she does like a pirouette and like falls right in her head and starts crying. And I was like, yeah, great parenting.
Pretty on point.
You know what's funny? I didn't even recognize the significance of that being like the first time I've seen Leah stand.
She's always standing.
She's been
but the photos you always send, like she's like sitting down laughing. Like I haven't seen one where she's actually like. I just assumed she's been walking for a while. That she like popped out of Amy and was like, "Hey guys, gonna go get some gum."
Yeah.
Well,
she
just started crawling like 2 weeks ago or last week or something.
Yeah, but the fact I can barely stand.
Same.
She can stand. She's like super drunk about it.
But she's like me. She's like me attempting to wash dishes. The second I even turn the faucet on, my legs itch. I like lean to one side. I just don't know how to stand when I'm washing dishes. You guys know what I'm talking about.
You should wash dishes in the tub. You should just bring your dishes in the tub. And just put like a plate against your chest and just like with the soup like rub it. And people come into the bathroom and they're just like greasy bubbles and you like singing into a pot.
Yeah. You're like, nobody else is doing these friggin' dishes.
Right.
Dishes
because surely
themselves.
It's not going to be in my apartment. It's going to be in the fucking office bathroom.
Of course. Of course. The Stana at New York Sports Club.
You know, that could be a profitable venture, is if we started a line of like dish jacuzzis.
Yeah.
Where you could scrub the chunks off in the jacuzzi, and then it had like a slot for like a dishwasher.
What else could you do in the bathtub? Like make stew and stuff?
You could make stew. Yeah.
You could definitely do a bathtub stew.
You could have like a strainer full of corn.
Laundry, artisanal laundry.
So I used to have a roommate who took baths, like
Was it
a
me?
lot of the time.
Yeah, was it Liz?
Take baths. No, this is another guy.
Yeah.
And the thing about it was fine, except that he, for whatever reason, like wouldn't drain the bathwater out of the tub. He would just get out of the tub and like leave. So you'd go into the bathroom, and like it would be like really moist
Ew.
in there, and then there would just be like this man water like filling the tub, and like even though you couldn't see it, you knew there was like a film on the top,
Absolutely.
and it sucked. I
There
didn't
was
like
just
that.
all of his like epithelials everywhere.
Yeah,
That's
it
my
was,
favorite
It
word.
was just like dude stew, just like
Ooh, dude, stew.
Yeah, when I was little, we had a guy visit us from Albania. I don't even know if we were related. I think it's just like the rule is if you're Albanian, you can live in our house for a little while if you're in New York. And he used to take baths, but he stayed with us a whole summer, and he would take baths like once every 3 weeks, and we would literally call it ring around the tub. You know, like ring around the collar?
Yeah.
Because when the water would settle, there would literally be film. It was disgusting. Like, what the fuck was it? It was like green.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just it's just the funk, and it's
Then I would have to go and lick it just because like sponges wouldn't work.
you're like gotta get in there with like your teeth. All
For
right, so,
the listeners, Byram is yelling and swinging his tongue outside of his mouth.
actually, he's doing exactly what it sounds like he's doing.
Actually,
So I have a serious question.
Mm,
The serious question that I really need to know the answer to.
yeah.
What is a fleek?
You know,
And why is somebody on it? And why does being on it is a positive thing if you're on fleek?
I don't know.
I
I don't
heard
know.
you say
I
that.
always use it wrong. It's
So
like
the-
we need to have a black person on this podcast sometimes. because-
take offense to this.
Yeah, I know you're right.
I've never heard a black person use that expression, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
really?
It's definitely white people that are using it. And
Really?
ruining the fucking- yeah, it's all white people. Like
I think it
black people-
started out with black people, and then white people started using it, and black people were like, "Nope, we're all set now."
Yeah, that's how every trend starts.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
like,
racially charged conversation.
Yeah.
No, the point of fleek is that it's like instead of saying on point, so like you'd be like, yo, that outfit on point, meaning like all that shit's lined up and looking fresh. Now it's like outfit on fleek, eyebrows on fleek. But yeah, it's one of those things that like black people started, it was cool, and then white people started doing it, and everyone just got like, silent.
But is
Yeah.
it like some kind of like is it a word that was made into this? Like did it used to be like
I
some
don't-
English word, or is it just a totally made up word?
You know, I never thought about that. I always assumed fleek was a word.
That's Urban Dictionary.
Well, yeah, but Urban Dictionary is not an actual dictionary.
That is true. The Merriam-Webster Urban Dictionary.
That would be awesome.
Oh, well, Urban Dictionary defines fleek as the way Hispanic people say the word flick. Mexican 1, hey amigo, how do you operate this lighter? Mexican 2, you have to fleek it, pendejo. That makes sense.
Oh, that's racist.
Yeah.
So yesterday when I told someone that their vocabulary was on fleek, I actually used it properly, but I did make everyone want to die.
What does fleek mean?
So
Yeah, no, it's not an English word. It says the earliest known definition of the term fleek was submitted on Urban Dictionary. Hold on, now it's loading because my computer's a dick.
okay, so here's a sentence. I'm looking at english.stackexchange.com, and there's the sentence, and then it will be translated. We in this bitch finna get crunk, eyebrows on fleek. The fuck?
Finna get crunk.
Finna get crunk.
Translation: We are in the car, fixing to have a wild time. My eyebrows look absolutely fabulous. So what the heck?
All right. Absolutely fabulous. So fleek means absolutely fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast's off fleek.
The fuck?
What else?
I have a comedic performance on Monday.
Nice. How'd it go?
It's coming up
Oh.
this
Where
coming
at?
Monday.
Where can the people see you?
It is at the So it's in Somerville, Massachusetts, at the Arts at the Armory building, which is actually a really cool building. They have a little cafe in there, and there's a little stage in there. And it's called Incredibly Extremely Casual or something, and which I don't even know what that means. I have to find out from the host if that means I have to wear sweatpants or something, which would be fun. But yeah, there's 3 comedians, myself, a hilarious gentleman named Owen Linders, and another hilarious gentleman named Ian Barton. And then there's also some experimental musical performances, which I'll be interested to see.
Like using human skin as a drum or something?
That's what I think it's going to be like. There've been like music posted to the Facebook page of this event, and obviously I haven't listened to any of it because that would take effort, but I probably will.
Well, I don't feel like that's that experimental. I mean, there's probably been like cannibal marching bands in the South Pacific for some time.
Yeah, and like Bobby McFerrin uses his cheeks.
Right. That's sort of the same.
Yeah, exactly the same. Cannibal Marching Band's is also a really good hipster baby name. Can you go give Cannibal his breast milk at the age of 14?
So Amy and I, when we were naming Leah, were constantly embroiled in this conversation where Amy kind of wanted to give her a more contemporary name, and I wanted to give her like an old-timey name.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly hewn plank.
Right. Like I didn't want her to be named Roughly Hewn.
But it would be like Roughleigh. Roughly. I actually love that name.
So
Roughly.
So
Roughly.
Amy liked Madison, except spelled with a Y. And so me and my buddy Brian were always like, yeah, so that says Madison.
Yeah, just FYI, it spells Madison.
It's Madison.
Madison.
Like if you pronounce it phonetically, which everyone that calling roll call in a class forever will do,
Yeah.
it says Madison.
Madison. Yeah, exactly.
Byron, what were you called in school when somebody who didn't take time to think about how your name was pronounced would read it?
Look at Byram's face.
Baram.
Baram. I thought Byram's name was Byron for the first, 6 months that I knew him.
Bahrain.
He was in my phone as Byron.
So the story behind my name is that in the Albanian language, my name is spelled with a J. So other Byrams that you would meet in Albania only spell it Bajram. And so
Bajram.
Bajram. When my grandfather and father came to America, they decided that our last name, which was also spelled Rizaj, would be spelled Rizai, so it'd be easier to pronounce. So when they named me Byram, my dad was like, we're going to do the I for the same reason we did the I on the last name, because we don't want people calling this kid Bajram Razaj. And now I'm a little upset, because I think that would make a really great Bajram Razaj.
You really would make a wonderful
That does have a
Bajram
nice
Razaj.
ring to it. Bajram Razaj.
Yeah, Bajram
Hard to
Razaj.
say.
How about roughly Bajram Razaj? That's a fucking perfect name.
Roughly wheelchair Razaj. I don't know. I've been thinking about wheelchairs a lot lately. I don't know why.
I'm going to start using one.
I know. Guys, I'm officially moving to New York on June 1st.
Boom.
Yeah,
Fucking crazy.
I know.
Can't wait.
I have to find a job, but I have a place to live, which is exciting. I'm living in OG listener Jen Savage's house. With
She
her.
could not be more happy. This is going to be one giant slumber party for her, you realize,
It's
right?
gonna be so ridiculous. I really am buttoning my life. It's like now I'm going back to preschool, I think, sort of.
And it's appropriate that Jen's apartment smells like crayons and Play-Doh.
Yep,
Because
exactly.
I feel right at home.
I'm
You're gonna have
going
handfuls of jelly beans for breakfast. every day.
always, like I don't already. But so it's her roommate Lindsay and Jen and her roommate Verena is moving out. So Jen's moving into the bedroom downstairs, and I'm moving into Lindsay's bedroom, which Lindsay painted really the brightest shade of orange that you can possibly imagine. So I am going to be in a state of high panic all the time because it's going to be like living inside a traffic cone.
There's nothing better than to live in a home that gives you incredible anxiety.
Exactly. I'm so excited.
So when you go home from like your first day at like a super stressful job and you just want to cry, instead of crying, you just curl up in a fetal position and hyperventilate.
Inside a traffic cone. It'll be like my first day of a super stressful job, and I'll have gone and done like a really scary open mic and have probably bombed, and everyone in New York is going to be like, she's not funny, and I'll be like, that's cool. I'm just going to go home and chill out inside this orange crayon that I own.
And it's like the worst fucking acid trip you've ever had.
Yeah, I can't wait. And Jen's going to be like, have this Starburst wine that I invented. It's going to be so fun.
But she's gonna say it with like slurred speech and bright red teeth.
I'm picturing Savage in a lab coat with like big goggles and like beakers all around her with like Starburst and wine.
She's calling everybody bitch.
With like a Bunsen burner with like a beaker in it with like Starburst melting in the wine.
Exactly.
But the it's gonna be kind of like Roger Rabbit, where part of it is cartoon animated, so like the bubbles are gonna be like really plasticky looking and pop.
Yeah.
I also the scenario in my head was kind of like the drunk elephant in Dumbo. Like you walk in and Jen's just like all Technicolor and fucking trippy.
And then she falls asleep inside a bubble and it like takes her out from the BQE.
Which is actually not outside the realm of possibility.
Absolutely not. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before.
And then she lands on a tractor in Bayonne, New Jersey, and she goes, Bizzle!
Bashram!
Bizzle!
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
You're really glided.
I'm really glad. G-L-A-A-D. G-L-A-D-D.
Yeah, shit's gonna fucking pop off when you get here. We gotta do a web series. We gotta do fucking.
I think we should start performing at subway stations.
I'm down for anything. To be honest with you, so here's a crazy story. Yesterday, for no fucking reason, I swear to God, I went to the coffee shop I used to go to when I worked at my last job, and it's
Central Perk.
Central Perk, yeah. Phoebe was there, and we were just fucking jamming.
Of course.
Actually, there's a funny story. There's a guy, Konstantin, who's from the Ukraine, who works here. They brought him over on a work visa. They want him to like live in New York and work out here. He's our like lead developer, and he's learning English by watching Friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he watches Friends at work like while he's coding and like picking up on stuff. It's amazing. His favorite character is Joey, so he's all of a sudden going to go from like Ukrainian immigrant to like Guido from Brooklyn. It's going to be amazing.
That's awesome.
So it's in the complete opposite direction. It's in Flatiron, and I now work in Soho. So I park in Union Square, and I swear to God, as I was walking up there, I said, "Why am I going up here for coffee? It doesn't make any sense." But my like feet took me there, and there was a woman who used to get coffee there in the morning. We ran into each other and exchanged like hellos once in a while, and she was standing outside of that coffee shop, and she goes, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you?" And I was like, "All right," explained to her I changed jobs. And we were waiting for the coffee shop to open in a few minutes, and I told her, I was like, to be honest with you, I don't know why I came here today. She's like, yeah, me neither. She goes, I usually go to the one down the street because these guys don't open till 8. And she's like, I was just standing here. So we're talking, and she was telling me how she's taking time off from work because she really wants to write a book. It was like we were meant to kind of like bump into each other yesterday, And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. I was like, that's something that I would like love to do, but I just like, keep getting jobs and deciding that I hate my life. And she's like, no, you got to just take a chance. And so she said that she's been struggling with writer's block. So right there, I gifted her from Amazon the War of Art.
Oh, nice.
And so we're talking and stuff, and she's, telling me like what her book's about and all this kind of stuff. And then she sent me a really nice note afterwards. She goes, I can't thank you enough for how inspirational our chat was this morning. I really appreciate it. And I was like, great. I was like, I think the book will really help you. My friends recommended it to me. It helped me. And she goes, cool. She goes, I rented a house in Malibu, so I'll be there for the next 2 months working on my book. I'll read this on the flight. I'm like, oh my God. Of course you can take time off and write a fucking book if you're renting houses in Malibu.
Fuck.
I was like, can I have my $7.50 back?
Yeah, exactly. I require a return on that investment.
But it was really crazy. Like, I had no reason to go to that coffee shop yesterday, and neither did she. And we met there, and she's working on writing that book, and I was like, you know what, I should really fucking stick to this. I told her, I was like, I'm not someone.
Uh-oh.
So I really think you guys are going to keep me honest on this, but I really think that I'm going to consider taking a job at like a mall. I know it sounds funny, and just so I could pay, like still pay bills and give it a year to kind of create something creative.
Why a mall?
Because I don't know. I keep thinking like how fun it would be to work at like Target, and I think that I could get. But I just want like benefits, and I want like a job with hours. But I don't want an office job.
What about Starbucks? You should work at Starbucks and get all revenge on all the Starbucks baristas who have written your name.
I don't want to work in the city because I don't want to run into people that I know who are like, oh, you work at Starbucks now?
Who gives a fuck about those people?
True.
But I understand the allure of working at
Mahwah, New Jersey. Then you'd be right in the corner from me.
Yeah, I love going to New Jersey. I really see myself working at like the Garden State Plaza.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like the idea of working at Home Depot because you can get some discounts on seedling potatoes, which are just potatoes.
Yes.
Can I do my shut the fuck up for this week?
Yes, please.
Yes, please do.
Shut the fuck up, Home Depot. Fucking every time I go in there, and I go in there all the time because it's right around the corner from my house, and I want to buy a lot of garden tools like rakes, and I have several different kinds of rakes for doing different purposes, and they all fucking blow. They suck. They're fucking like they're like the Ames brand or whatever the fucking Home Depot house brand is, and they just all bend. The fucking tines fall off. They're just like they're just the shittiest, like mushiest, crappiest fucking garbage tools. And I cannot believe that it is not a fucking national outcry against these shit ass fucking Home Depot tools. They could not be worse. So, Home Depot, shut the fuck up. You should not be selling these tools to people who are honest citizens.
I mean, to be fair, it is called a depot.
Well, fine, but doesn't a depot mean a place where you deposit goods?
Yeah,
I made that up. I have no idea.
I don't know what a depot is.
So now I have to troll yard sales and estate sales for tools that actually are worth a shit because they don't fucking make them anymore.
And also, to be fair, the Home Depot commercial says the place for the helpful hardware folks. So you are only supposed to buy people at Home Depot, not tools.
Oh, that's the thing. What I should have done is just picked up some migrant workers in the parking lot instead of the tools.
The old man in the orange vest is the thing you should be buying, not the rake. They're very clear about that in the advertising.
Guys, I don't want to shit on your segment, Oak, but what are the different purposes for rakes? There's like one.
Okay, so no, there's many. Actually, that's a great question. They're a great question. So I have three kinds of rakes. I have like a leaf rake that's like a broad, sort of like you'd think of as a rake. It's like has like a bunch of plastic tines. It's like wide. It's for raking up leaves. Then I also have like your standard garden rake, which is the kind that you might lay upside down and step on and would hit you in the face.
Yes.
A metal one. That's a Home Depot piece of shit that bends every time I use it. And then I have a landscaping rake, which is a rake with like almost like blades on either side, and you use that to like break up the soil when you're like planting something.
Byron, I would use it to scratch my back.
Shave your back. Yep, exactly. Jigs. Yeah. I knew that's exactly what you were going to say.
You owe me a Coke. Get me a Coke.
Totally.
I still think you can use one of those for all.
Right.
You can, but it's like using a butter knife as a screwdriver. It'll work, but if you want the best results, you got to get the right tool for the job.
Right.
But don't get it at Home Depot because then you'll spend $25 on a fucking landscaping rake and it'll bend like a cheap piece of fucking tin the first time you use it.
The best thing
just go down to Home Depot, pick up Jose, and then go to his house because I'm sure he has a good rake. And
That's
so you
probably
bring up
true.
him, his rake, his wife, and his 23 children, and his cousin.
And
Pedro.
we can have coffee and talk about what his dreams are.
Yes, exactly.
Or you finally respect your lawn mowing daughter for who she is, the landscaper that you birthed. Just fucking put her to work. The thing about Home Depot that I really love, not that I'm any bit of a man who enjoys going to Home Depot. Actually, I kind of do like going there, but I don't know why. I think I don't know. I like the smell of wood.
Mm-hmm.
the thing I like about Home Depot is that you can return absolutely anything with no questions asked. So you could fucking pick up a water vacuum because you fucking flooded your toilet. Not that that's happened to me. Talking about a friend. And use it, and then you just return it and be like, this didn't work. It's like, of course it didn't work because it's filled with your shit and body water right now. And they just take it back. No questions asked.
I think that actually is that you're the only person in the world who that would apply to, because you somehow are able to return anything to anywhere. I think you recently bought a packet of cold cuts and ate the whole thing and then returned it and got your money back.
Yes.
To Target.
I like
and they were
that.
like, we don't even sell cold cuts here. And you're like, shut up, Target.
The customer is always right.
Yeah.
Did you like my Throwback Thursday post of me with that tiny ass vest?
Yes.
In Target?
Yeah.
We were-
Guys, I hate to cut our conversation short, but I have an irate.
Oh, I
daughter.
thought I heard her, actually.
She's attempting to escape from her crib, and she's very angry that her dad.
She has lawn to mow, so
Yeah,
get
she
her
got
to
a lot
work.
to mow.
She knows the
look
lawn
at
is.
her.
Oh man, she's twerking?
She's got a rump up.
Escape maneuver on fleek de fuck.
Yeah, she's now like
Leave the
banging her
floor.
head into the side of the crib. So I have to go.
All right.
But I love you guys.
I love
Love
you
you
guys.
guys.
Let's do it again soon.
All right.
Yes.
Peace.
All right, guys. Peace.
Bye.